Hey, good afternoon. This is Sharon from Sharon Shed Signs and Designs. Welcome to my segment of the January Stencil Soul Sisters event. Come on in, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. We'll give everybody just a second to come on. Let me get us brought up on my iPad, I hope. There I am. So, okay, say hi when you come on. I am going to be doing, I've got 3 different projects lined up. Probably won't have time for all of them. But the first one I'm going to do is a door hanger. Hey, Barb, how are you? So, where was I? Oh, a door hanger out of the spring collection. That's what I'm going to do first. It is cold here today, you guys. I know that it is everywhere. We went to church this morning and I just about froze. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Jamie. It's good to see you guys. How are you? Hey, Renee. I loved your projects, girl. So, like I said, I'm going to be using stencils from the spring collection. Is it cold in Mississippi? Well, no wonder it's cold here then. That wind chill will get you, I tell you. Anyway, I'm going to use 2 different sets to create this door hanger. And that is the Welcome Spring, which is for a door hanger. Here it is. But I'm just going to be using part of it, the Welcome Spring part. And then I love this umbrella, so we're going to have the umbrella, which this is called Spring Umbrella. How about that? Anyway, this week these are on sneak preview. They will be available on January 24th in the app and 25th site-wide. So, and they are in stock and ready to ship is my understanding. So that is just super duper. And if you order, if you would use my code Sharon Shed, I would greatly appreciate that. But listen, you know, if you would use any of our codes, it would be great. It helps us out and it saves you 10%. So that would be perfect, whoever you use. All right. I'm going to put on my handy dandy gloves. Hey, Miss Cindy, good live, girl. Hey, Kim. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Sherry. I hope that I notify works. I'm not sure if it does. I tried to set it up one day, but you know. Hey, Miss Melissa. I loved your project, girl. So I hope everybody's enjoying all the lives. It's a lot of fun to put this together. Christy does, well, I say that because Christy does all the work, but we have a good time. So anyway, I'm going to stain the top part of my board with Minwax water-based stain and aged beryl. This side of my stain pad is pretty crispy. I'm running out of stain pads. So, but the other side's all right. So I've got to get to Harbor Freight. So anyway, I'm going to use the softer side. And hopefully that'll work out okay. I laid my stencils on top of my board to get where I wanted my division of colors to be. And so hopefully I've got that figured out correctly. I think I do. So, yep. I do not like this cold, you guys. I don't generally mind winter, but I do not like it this cold. I'm going to leave my sides and do them later. But this is aged beryl. It's one of my favorite gray stains from Minwax. It's a semi-transparent and it's water-based. I think that could really go in the trash. It's pretty crispy. I'm gonna dry this real quick and we'll move on. Yeah, we did go to church, but whoa, I was so glad to get back in the house. As soon as this live's over, I'm getting on my jammies with my warm robe. Just so you know, I know, TMI. It is the way it is. Just being honest. Okay, that's dry. And I'm not doing a transfer or anything on it, so I don't have to worry too much about it being really, really bone dry. I'm going to tape this off right along the edge of that gray. And I am going to use, I think I'm going to go with ivory. Waverly chalk paint. I thought about Fusion Mineral Cathedral Taupe, but I think ivory would be springier. All right. And because I always leave paint on the rim, where did I do? Oh, right in front of me. I was like, where are my wet wipes? I always leave paint on the edges and then the lid sticks. Hey, Dana, how are you? So I'm going to clean it off right now while I'm thinking about it. I got me a handy dandy jar opener from Amazon that somebody told me about that I use for my paints. And it works pretty good. So if anybody has trouble opening their stuck paint, let me know and I'll send you a link. All right, I'm going to use a foam brush because that's my favorite way to base coat, unless I'm doing it with a real aged look. Oh, anyway, I can't get over this silly cold with all these weather changes and all that. Somebody said something about us getting snow again on Tuesday. I hope that's wrong. I didn't hear the weather this morning, but I hope it's wrong. We've had enough snow to last me for this winter. We still got snow and probably will for a while because it's covered in ice. I will pull my head out of the project in just a second and say hi to you guys. If you have any questions and I miss them, I will go back today and answer any questions that you have. Because I'm bad at forgetting to look while I'm live. I've got a one-track mind. One thing at a time. That's all I can handle, you guys. So. Oh, I just realized I forgot to send out a notice that I was going to be live. Oh, well. Duh. I've done that the last 2 times I was live. Speaking of live, I'm going to be live on my page tomorrow at 11 and Thursday at 11 rather than Tuesday and Thursday because I have a appointment on Tuesday at 11, which I don't know where my head was when I scheduled that. But anyway, so I'm going to do my live tomorrow and I'll try to remember to send out a notification to those that are in my chat group. And if you're not in there and you want to be, just let me know and I'll send you a link. All right, that should be good. Yep. That's some water. I'm done with it. I'll probably get at least 2 projects done. I don't know about the 3rd one. I was doing a reel while I was watching some of the other lives. And so I'm really cranking the stuff out today. Have you guys, I know you have seen the new Stencil of the Month Club. I mention it because I am particularly fond of this month's. I think it's really neat. Sometimes we get the package of the Stencil of the Month stencils and I'm like, what? And then those usually end up being my favorites, but this one I knew I liked when I saw it, and it's good. So if you're not in the club and you're interested in information on that, just go to stencilofthemonthclub.com and check it out. If you want to join, my code, Sharon Shed, of course, will save you some money. 50% off of first month in the Premium Club, excluding taxes and shipping, or your first month free in the Basic, excluding taxes and shipping. So, okay, except that. Where I touched that up is noticeable, so I'm going to add just a little more paint. I already stuffed that in the water. I don't want it to have this big blotch down there where it was a little thin and I added some. There, I've got that smoothed out, so get it dried. And that's good enough. That looks better. All right, what I am going to do, I'm going to set this aside because I'm going to use white for my lettering. We're going to put Welcome Spring in white at the top, but down here at the bottom, let's see, that should fit there perfectly, and it does. Woohoo! Try to get it somewhat straightish. I will measure it if I can find my ruler, which I just had. Oh, it's right in front of me. You guys, I'm losing it. I can't find anything. All right, that's like ½ inch. And that's like 3/4 of an inch. So, nope, not even. Okay. And on the sides, 2 inches. And if I can measure that for all the junk I got sitting right at the side of this. Yeah, I think that's pretty good right where it's at. So I'm going to tape it. If I don't mess it up moving it around, I'm going to use the Sensitive Surface Frog tape just so it doesn't peel up any of my fresh paint or stain. Alrighty. I am going to paint my umbrella green with this Inglenook Fusion Mineral Paint. It's a very pretty pastel green, perfect for spring, and this has evidently got a clog. There we go. Ah, I just put paint all over me. Squirted it right all over me. I'm going to take a wet wipe and wipe that off because that'll help get it out later. By doing this and then spraying some awesome spray on, it should come off. I apologize for taking time to clean my blouse when I should have been wearing an apron. But I wasn't. Put on my pants too. All right. I think that'll come out of there now. Okay. Anyway, moving on. If it doesn't, it won't be the first outfit I've ruined. Let's see. I think I'm going to use a smaller. I don't know what I did with them. This is 5/8, but it looks kind of small. I'll use it. Oh, guys. I think I'm losing it. And I never did say hi to everybody. I better get back to looking at my screen for a second. Hey, Virginia, how are you, girl? Are you freezing? Yep, I do need my jammies on right now. I should put them on first because they've already got paint all over them. Or my robe does, my warm fuzzy one. Yeah, probably a bunch. Oh well, I have pretty good luck with getting it out if I wipe it off first with a wet wipe, and then as soon as the live's over, spray it with Awesome. It generally comes out perfectly. But we'll see. Sometimes it depends on the fabric. You'll be freezing after the snow comes. That's probably true. I didn't want any more snow, you guys. I'm done with it. Yeah, I always get paint everywhere too. I know I'm a klutz, so why I don't wear an apron, I do not know. But, you know. Oh, Maggie, I've got a whole bunch of them hanging right there. They've all got paint all over them, and they don't look very nice, but I've got a bunch of them. Anyway, back to my project. I'm using Inglenook. For anybody that didn't already hear that. And for anybody I missed saying hi, hello. It's good to see you all. Anyway, I'm going to do this in Inglenook. And I'm going to do something that I got the inspiration from Renee. Maybe last year or 2 years ago. I lose track, Renee. That I think will work real well for this stencil. We'll see. I'm just kind of brushing back and forth in the middle of it. Gemma's going to fix some stew for supper, so I'm looking forward to that, mainly because I don't have to cook it But he also does a good job on stew. Okay, now then I better use a domed brush to get that handle. Unless I want to block it off, which I don't. Anyway, I'm really excited about this new spring collection, and I know by now most of you have seen, if not all of you have seen the whole collection. I always get excited when we get something new, something fresh to give me some more inspiration. Okay, that's my green. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use, well, no, I think I'll do a green. I was thinking I'd put black there, but I've decided I'm gonna do green. All right. Do. A little bigger domed brush. I don't want that big. Okay. And I want, I'm going to use Deco Art Medium Hauser Green because I really like it for foliage. I'm done with that green, so I'm going to put that in some water. I don't know about you guys, and I say this every time, but I do love these stone brushes. Anytime I don't have to block something off, I'm happy. And you could, instead of using these tulips on your umbrella, use some of these from the transfer set that's all tulips. That would look great too. Didn't think of that till just now. I think this is really part of the flower maybe, but I like it green because it's just opening up. Okay. I love yellow tulips, so we're going to use Apple Barrel Bright Yellow. Because it was the color I like, although maybe a pale yellow would have been better, but nah, I've already got this out. It's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use a dome brush again. This will be nice and springy on the front door. Alrighty. I'm going to dry this and then do one more step. All right, I normally use this brush, Klingon R12, to do this, but because this is kind of smaller, I'm going to use a dome brush and see how that works out. I'm going to use, what did I do with my black? Okay, I'm going to use black. This is Deco Art. You know, use what you got, you guys. All right. And this is what I kind of got from Renee, only she did it with some lemons. Just want to add some definition to my flowers that it's not really there without it. This may be a disaster. If it is, I could paint over it yellow. I think a smaller brush yet would have been better. Take a look. Okay. Not so terrible. I am going to go over some of it, though, with some yellow. The other brush was better in that it's softer bristles. Nah, not feeling it. I'm going to paint it back yellow, and then I may use my regular brush that I would do this with. But I need more yellow. And since yellow doesn't cover well, what I may do is use some ivory first off. Because I don't want it to just be a gray blob. All right, we'll dry that. A failed experiment. I know this works and I know it's pretty. It just isn't with that brush. All right, back to yellow. All right, we're going to take this off. We're going to dry it. And I'm going to dry brush. Very dry. With my big brush, my Klingon brush. And this one's an R12. I think I already said that. I have done this with the R35 before too. All right. All right, I'm not unhappy with that. I'm going to, while my brush has got the paint on it, black. Dirty it up a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to take my other stencil and do Welcome Spring in white. All right. Oh, actually, I'm going to do it in ivory. And I'll do the bridges real quick. How are we doing for time? Okay. Guys, if you're not following me on Sharon Shedd Signs and Designs, I would love to have you do that. Christy with Funky Junk Treasures will be up next. Shayna was supposed to be up last, and she had something come up. So Christy will be last today. Okay, that looks good. Now, I'm going to take my stylus, if I can come up with it real quick. Ah, I see it. Here it is. Dip it in my white or ivory paint. Make 3 little dots. And fill my ridges that way. quick and easy. Yeah, I just smeared that. I can't breathe, you guys. Oh, so tired of that. There. Be a little more white. To me, this is the easiest way to fill my bridges. Smeared it again. I don't always fill my bridges, but on something bigger like a door hanger, I like to. I ended up with some green paint there, probably when it shot on me. Let's see. There, that did it. Well, no, it really didn't. I'll do some more. That did it. Okay. Oh, why I'm ending up with a bunch of black paint all over me. Because it's all over my stain bottle, that's why. Oh, let's see. On some of these smaller letters, one dot will do it. It's good enough, except that I want to fix that. Okay. All right, here we go. Welcome spring. Okay. Trying to breathe and moving on to the next project. How much time we got? Oh, we got enough time. We have enough time. I'm going to use the Mayflowers. want those to go right about there. I'm going to use the boots. And I'm going to tape off to go right. I'm going to move that down. Yeah, that'll be perfect. All right, I want this top part to be black because I'm stuck on black on cutting boards. I love it. This should go pretty fast, so we'll be able to get this one done, I believe. In the interest of saving time, well, I think I got enough time to go ahead and do my sides. Oh, I know what else I was going to do to my other project. That'll make it look better. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and get this black on here. And so, I'll let it dry naturally while I'm finishing up my other side. And that and the water. Get rid of this. And paint inside the hole. If I don't get time to finish this one now, I'll do it tomorrow. Because my project for tomorrow is going to be pretty fast. All right, I'll lay that out of the side, off to the side and let it dry. Get some black off of my hands. All right. We're going to make a bow. Lay aside my different colors. Get that all sorted out. Okie dokie. I'm ready. And I actually remembered that I need I don't know where my jute went, but this will work. It's jute. Half the time I make my bow and I forget to put anything under it. Today I remembered, yay. Miracle of miracles, because nothing else in my brain seems to be working. Alrighty. And I just got more black paint on me. Okay. Get it off my fingers. All right, here we go. Bow. I'm just going to alternate my colors. I'm using all yellows and greens, and these strips are made from 4-inch squares of homespun that I get from JubileeFabric.com. She has really nice fabric, and the 4x4 squares are perfect for a messy type bow. Let's see. Not necessarily getting these all in the same order every time. I don't always put a bow on my door hangers, but I thought I would on this one. Running out of some of the colors, so I'm going to call this good. Got some cute little pom-pom stuff that's wired. Put that on top. Tie it up. And I will wax my door hanger because it's going to go inside my storm door, so it doesn't need any more protection than that. And that way it won't hurt that I've got a bow on it. It'll be easy enough to do. Trim some of these back a bit. All right. Sorry, I'm not very talkative, you guys. I'm all of a sudden not feeling all that great. Anyway, moving on. I think that I don't want it to hide my words, so I'm going to put it down there. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. Not sure I deserve them, but like I said, I'm not very talkative. I'm not doing a very good job, but all of a sudden, I don't feel very good. I see a nap in my future, I think. I'll lay down anyway, because my head's kind of spinning. Anyway, be that as it may, we're almost done. So I'll make it. There's that, and then I want to put a little greenery with it. That looks pretty good there. I'll just kind of see where I want it and then add some glue and stick it in. Okay. Thinking maybe over here, yeah, that'd be good. How am I doing? I don't want to go over 3:57. Okay, I will finish it. The other project I will do tomorrow. Hopefully I will be feeling better. I don't want it to be that long, and that's not exactly where I'm going to put it, but there, that'd be good. All right, last one. Just in the nick of time. I don't want you to miss Christy. All right, you guys, this livened it up a little bit, in my opinion anyway. What you think? So welcome spring. And like I said, I'm gonna do Mayflowers on that cutting board. I will do that tomorrow along with the other project that I had planned. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Sorry for kind of keeping out on you. You have a great rest of your weekend. And there. I got it put down. I'm going to go clean up my blouse and lay down. I will see you guys later. I love you. Thanks for joining me. Okay, bye-bye.